Daniel, it was a challenging weekend for Whitworth men's tennis against two really good teams, Whitman and Lewis Clark State. Tell us what you saw out there that you think is good and what you guys can build on for the second half of this season.
Sure. Yeah. Two very good teams, like you said. Whitman's currently first in our conference, so that was a tough ask in the best of circumstances. We're still down Henry Preacher for singles. Everyone's still sliding up in the lineup a little bit, which makes it tougher. But number three doubles was a highlight this week against Whitman. They got smoked last time when we played them in Walla Walla, but they managed to pull out a win. We still lost the doubles point because 1 and 2 lost, but that was a good win for them. And then we had a few legitimately close matches in singles. We had 2 3-setters that didn't go our way, both winnable. And then we had another singles match, which score-wise wasn't very competitive, but there were a lot of deuce games, a lot of competitive games. So it was, we lost 6-1. It doesn't look like a good result on paper, but it was still a good match overall. So we'll just continue building on that and taking the positives away even from a loss. LC State, it was senior day. Had a couple of the seniors in the lineup, a little bit lower on the ladder position wise. So not necessarily a match we were going in trying to win. It was just supporting our seniors. It was honestly just a very fun day. People were, it was very loud for those guys especially. They both got to play doubles and singles. And even then, we still had, so our usual number 3 singles player was playing number 1. He won in 3 sets. That was a great win for him. So still some positives, even in a match that we weren't necessarily, competition wasn't necessarily the number 1 goal on the day.
This week, it's going to be a little bit different. You guys are preparing to head south to Texas for a spring break trip. Just talk about what this trip has meant for this program over the years and why you guys keep doing it.
Sure, yeah. So spring break is always awesome. We go somewhere warm every year. So Texas this year. Even when I played on the team, like my fondest memories that I look back on are always the spring break trips. The men's and women's teams always go somewhere together, so we get to support each other. We don't get to watch each other play very often. So it's just a lot of fun. You're hanging out in a house with your team for about a week, and they're all non-conference. There's not a ton of pressure on the matches. We get to throw some guys out there who don't usually get to play, so it'll be a very fun week. And still some good tennis. The teams we scheduled, like we still make sure that we try to get competitive matches. Some of the teams are about the same as us. Some of them are better. So it should still be very fun tennis-wise. And we're staying on a lake, so it can't get much better than that for the men's and women's teams.
When you are playing 3 teams that you're very unfamiliar with, do you even bother trying to scout those teams, or is it just trying to focus on what you guys are doing and building yourselves up?
A little bit of both. Scouting for tennis is a little bit tough because you're kind of at the mercy of whether or not they stream their matches. I checked the 3 teams that were playing, and they do have the capacity to stream, but it looks like they, for whatever reason, are not doing it this year. So I was only able to watch one of the teams' hype videos for the year. So whatever information we can glean from that, I guess. But for the most part, we're just focusing on us. There's not much we can check the other teams except for the results that they've had so far this year. So we'll just have a good week, hopefully outside. It's nice right now, so get some reps outside because we're certainly going to be playing outside when we get to Texas. But yeah, it should be a fun time.